Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on The Two Gentlemen of Verona, and today we get to hear from Valentine in Act 3, Scene 1. Now, Valentine fell in love with Sylvia and plans to go and sneak her out of her room in the middle of the night so that he can marry her, because she's actually supposed to marry this other guy named Thurio. Proteus also fell in love with Sylvia and wants to undermine Valentine, so Proteus told the Duke of Milan, who is Sylvia's father, about Valentine's plan, and was like, this is where Valentine is going to be. If you go find him, then you can stop him, whatever. So the Duke is like, leave it with me. Proteus is like, don't tell him it was me. And the Duke is like, leave it with me, it's totally cool. So the Duke goes, the stage directions are that Proteus leaves and Valentine comes in, but I think that it's actually supposed to be the Duke travels a few feet over there and runs into Valentine, who is on his way to get Sylvia. And the Duke of Milan is like, where are you going? And he's like, oh, I have this letter to deliver. He's like, oh, that's not important. I need your help. I need your help because I'm in love with this woman. I'm in love with this woman. And the Duke of Milan is saying that he loves this woman and wants to marry this woman because he's tired of the fact that Sylvia doesn't want to marry Thurio, who she's supposed to marry, so he's going to marry this woman and then sort of disown Sylvia. But he's like, I need your help because I haven't dated in forever, so I don't know how to court a woman. And Valentine's like, just send her some presents. And the Duke is like, well, but I did, but she didn't like them, so she sent them back. And Valentine says, a woman sometimes scorns what best contents her. Send her another. Never give her o'er. For scorn at first makes after love the more. If she do frown, 'tis not in hate of you, but rather to beget more love in you. If she do chide, 'tis not to have you gone. For why, the fools are mad if left alone. Take no repulse, whatever she doth say, for get you gone, she doth not mean away. Flatter and praise, commend, extol their graces, though ne'er so black, say they have angels' faces. That man that hath a tongue, I say, is no man, if with his tongue he cannot win a woman. So aside from those last two lines, which are very overt sexual innuendo, and I'm not going to explain it because there might be children watching, even though this isn't actually made for children, this is terrible advice. Especially in the modern world. Valentine is saying she doesn't really mean no, she means yes. You just have to be persistent. And nowadays we know that when a woman scorns a man's advances, he should take that as her final answer and leave her alone. But Valentine is like, no, you have to keep trying. And she's just playing hard to get. She's saying that she doesn't like the gifts because she wants you to send more and all that sort of a thing. So he's like, you have to flatter her, continue to send gifts, all this sort of stuff. And the Duke is like, okay, well, that's all good, but I don't know when I can actually see her because she's always surrounded by other people. And Valentine's like, well, see her at night. And he's like, but at night she sleeps in this bedroom that's way up high. Valentine's like, well, get a ladder. And he's like, well, where would I get such a ladder? And Valentine's like, I can help you with that. And he's like, isn't the ladder going to be heavy? And Valentine's like, no, it'll be light. And you can just put it under your coat. And if you're not quite there yet, the Duke is describing a situation that is exactly what Valentine is trying to do to get Sylvia. He's the Duke is sort of walking Valentine through his plan, but as if it's the Duke. So the whole I'm asking for a friend thing, he's kind of setting Valentine up. But Valentine's like, yeah, no, I'll get you this ladder and it'll fit underneath your cloak. You can have it by what time do you need it? And the Duke's like, well, tonight, obviously. He's like, well, I'll have it to you by 7. And the Duke's like, well, but I should put it, I'll be able to wear it under a coat like yours? Can I try on your coat? And that's going to be a whole thing. That's a very long monologue for tomorrow. So I'll see you then for that. Mwah.